So this will be another talking head video. I thought I might like to see a little note that was left for me. What I do normally is I write on the chalkboard, just to say bonjour and I hope you have a nice stay in that. And so the guests have replied, thank you for your welcome. We had an excellent stay. Deco's superb and we'll return very soon. And the fish have eaten. And there's a little bit there saying bonjour Michael. Really happy to have discovered a really beautiful house, lovely deco, very comfortable beds. They slept very well. Thanks for the great service. And hopefully they'll be back again soon, so that's quite nice. So that was that. Did manage to resolve the issue with the drainage, which was right bugger, to be honest with you. In fact, it was a chunk of root. What's happened is the way the manholes are created in France, the sort of concrete sections, and they sit directly on the soil, overlapping the sort of the pipework that's there. So you've got a small central area, and then you've got the pipe that feeds into it, and then the pipe that feeds into the main sewer. And it's fairly small and compact, and what's happened is the tree roots have actually grown into that part of the soil and then started to work their way into the drain itself, and that's what was causing the blockage. And it was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you. Once I've got sort of laptop back in, I'll do a proper video explaining exactly how it went on. But it ended up taking a wee bit longer than I thought, and the rods got stuck at one point, and it was all a bit chaotic. And then all the neighbours were turning up sort of one by one, not necessarily because of the drainage, it's just because they were just passing. Jean-Claude was doing his sort of morning walk. So he was like, oh, what's going on here? And then Jojo was just leaving to head out to the Ferté Bernard, and he was like, oh, what's going on here? And then the prof, he'd returned back from picking up his bread, and he was like, oh dear, what's going on here? So I ended up with like an audience, merrily watching me sort of grappling with this rod, these set of rods on the floor. Anyway, managed to get it done, so I'm kind of pleased about that. And also while I was on this particular day, passport, as my new passport, the horrible new British passport, has turned up. So let's just turn this one. So I finally lost my European sort of British passport, and we got this one. So that's that for the next 10 years. No more. Nothing about the European Union on it anymore, it's all just pure British, so that's that. So I think the flash is on here at the moment as well, so I'll sort of turn it off, it might be better. Right, okay. So, yeah, look at that again, yes, there you go, so that's a passport, UK passport, well up. Yeah, so that arrived, and then I bought some more stuff from Action, some more bed sheets. I've got masses now of bed sheets and pillowcases and duvet sets and everything else. So I'm trying to get a good few. So I think I've got 3 sets for everything now. And with that, then it will make changeovers a lot easier. The people that are coming in on Thursday are going to be here for 6 days. So all 3 beds obviously will be remade up, and then the other people are coming in sort of 2 days after that. So then what will happen is I'll be able to take those bits and pieces off, put them in the wash separately, and not be panicking about it getting dry and everything else. We are expecting the 4th heat wave of the year to be arriving from tomorrow onwards. So if you've been watching the news, there's lots and lots of fires been breaking out in forests throughout France, anywhere from just south of Paris right the way down to sort of the Marseille area, which is terrible. Luckily here we haven't kind of got any of that going on, but we are going to be hitting the much higher temperatures again. So at the moment we're sort of high 20s, and it's really, really nice. It's comfortable. From tomorrow it starts to rise up sort of 35, 36, 37, and then throughout the rest of the week it's going to be like that as well. So we'll have to wait until we get on with that. It's got plenty of water anyway, and I'll take you outside, I think, and have a look at the garden. Just change my slippers for my shoes, and then we'll have a bit of a look what we've got outside. So I've done 3 machines from yesterday evening to today and got them out onto the line, so most of it's dried now. But there you can see, if I turn the camera around again. Right, so that's the last set of tiles gone on, and the bed sheets and stuff. So that's that. Need to sort this line out really, it tends to slip. And then you can have a look at the garden while we're here. So garden's starting to look quite nice, lots and lots of flowers and stuff coming through. So I'm really pleased with that. It's looking more and more sort of like a proper wildflower garden. So that's looking nice. And then side with the fish are doing well as well. And I've got tons of mint growing. I've actually just put some cuttings of mint in there, and they've taken straight away. So I probably need to, like with all these things, you just need to keep cutting them back, and it flourishes even more. So that's that. And then we've got the fish are there. So the pump's working. It's cleared a little bit as well, which is quite nice. But it's gone a little bit cloudy, and now it's because there's a lot more leaves and stuff growing on it. That's come back to looking clearer than it was before. And then we've got the Renault chair. There you go. I'll have to just re-brace that. And then that's a lemon mint there, and gypsophilia, palm, and tomatoes. So you say tomato, I say tomato, and that's that. And then I had to do a sort of repair to the pipework, a bit of a, like I said, I'll do a proper video on that anyway afterwards, let you know exactly what went on, but that didn't quite go according to plan initially, but at least that's taken care of. So that's where we are as of what are we on today, Monday the 27th. So all that stuff should be dry fairly shortly, and the other tiles that have already gone in there, there'll be a wee bit of ironing to do. I've got even more mint there, stacks of mint. So just take it out, stick it in the soil, and it just sort of it roots sort of straight away. That's great. So the news for today. Close the net. Sorry about the sort of amateurish type videos, but it's all I can do at the moment until I get the laptop back. But it's better than nothing, I suppose. Kitchen's looking quite good as well. I also picked up, I found another pebble lamp. That was in the Brico Depot, €3 for that, so it's the same as the other one. I thought they might work quite well as a pair. And then also, just to finish, picked this, believe it or not, for €5 the whole lot. So it's like you've kind of got a tray that comes with it, and then you've got the table with it. And obviously it's a bit old-fashioned, but what I'm going to do is use some acetone and take the darkness off it a wee bit, and oil the wheels and everything else, and that should work out well. And then somebody else, a friend, actually gave me this old cabinet that they used to, when they were kids, they used to have all the toys in that, so it's kind of sweet, isn't it? So that's that. So doing well. Anyway, that's the end of this video for today. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, and I'll catch you on the next one.